For updates on top sports stories across the globe, Aaron Akarijola joins us. Good morning, Aaron.
Yes, good morning to you, Doctor. Good morning to you, Mr. Ifini.
Good morning, Aaron.
Now let's get straight into it and starting off from Tyson Fury. Yes, the man is speaking, and he has said that he wants a big pump a day. As a matter of fact, before he made a sudden call, the price tag he was asking for or his team was asking for 125 million to fight Usyk. As it stands right now, yesterday he actually called Talk Sports Live. No one saw that coming, and he said, if it is not 500 million and they do not spend and they waste more than a week trashing out the guy, no, not just to respond. If they cannot put it to pen to paper and actually iron out this deal in 1 week, Frank Warren and Usyk's team in Jeddah in December, he'll be going back into retirement. That he needs an obscene amount of money to pull him out of retirement. That's what he says in his exact words. And his team have said the price tag is 500 million, not 125 million anymore. So at the moment, Tyson Fury might just be in for another bumper pay in December. But we'll have to wait and see if the ultimatum of 1 week stands from Tyson Fury himself. Okay, away from that, let's talk about Vanessa Bryant, the widow of the late Kobe Bryant. She's been awarded $16 million. And those pictures of the men in court yesterday who actually leaked the paramedics and also the first responders who leaked the photos of the late Kobe Bryant, as she said that, thinking about the fact that some people had it and they were sharing it and showing it to their friends in a bar, gave her panic attack. Vanessa Bryant, who is 40 years of age right now, actually said she wasn't comfortable with that. She couldn't sleep at night. And the jurors have actually decided that she should be awarded damages. Initially, some family members of those victims in the crash were awarded 2.5 million, but she has gotten a whopping 60 million. Okay, so let's see if the county's office will be, probably the Los Angeles county's office will be responding or probably trying to appeal that particular decision. Now, away from that also, let's talk about the fact that Rory McIlroy and Tiger Woods have decided to come together in what they are calling a high-tech golfing event. They are trying to, this is the answer to the Leaf Golf. They're trying to bring it down 3-on-3 in a stadium-like format like that, where people would actually gather to watch these golfers play. 3 people are in 6 teams, and at the moment, Tiger Woods and Rory McIlroy has actually formed the company to this effect, and they are hoping to take the golfing world by storm in 2024. So we're looking forward to that. It promises to be epoch-making. Now, this would excite you. We spoke about this when I came into the office this morning. Later on today, this afternoon, the UEFA Champions League draw will hold. The 2023-2024 season beckons. And you and I know this. This is high-stake football. And winner takes it all. Okay, not the winner takes it all, but the winner gets the lion's share of the prize. In pot 1 is the champion, Real Madrid, and then, of course, alongside Frankfurt, Manchester City. In pot 2, Liverpool, Chelsea, Barcelona, Juventus, pot 3, Dortmund, Salzburg, Shakhtar Donetsk, and not forgetting pot 4, Rangers, who qualified yesterday, Dynamo Zagreb, Marseille, Copenhagen, Club Brugge, Celtic, Victoria Setúbal, and Maccabi Haifa. So a lot is expected today. Yeah. We'll see who the champions will be facing in the several group. Also in the Carabao Cup, games were played yesterday, and as it stands right now, the biggest tie in the next round is Manchester City taking on Chelsea, all right, in an all-English affair in the Carabao Cup. So they will need to field their biggest players if they want to have a cup run. All-Premiership affair. It is 1 of 7, as a matter of fact, because Arsenal will also be taking on Brighton and Hove. Brighton and Hove have also started very well in the Premier League this season. So let's see how it actually goes. Moving away from that, some very disappointing pictures actually surfaced yesterday about the Falcons being stranded in Istanbul, and the Nigeria Football Federation, through its communication officer, has actually addressed this and said that. But by the way, this was the General Secretary of the Nigeria Football Federation addressing the players when they landed yesterday, and he said that FIFA were the ones that booked this ticket, and there were 2 delays in Bogota and another place before landing in Istanbul. And by the time they got to Istanbul, the plane that was supposed to take them to Abuja had left. And there was a 16-hour lag. And the players found themselves where they were. That NFF don't book their tickets. It is FIFA that books their tickets. And it's unfortunate this has happened. It's unfortunate that players have actually slept. But these are some of the things that we need to mitigate against. So that, because regardless of who is to blame, this doesn't tell well on players. And I always say this, whatever we do, the athletes should always come first. Now, away from that, let me talk about the breaking news before we talk about the NFF election. Okay, since we have already there, we spoke about the outliers yesterday, and these are the people, some of the people to look out for. Ida Peterside is one man that is well known because of his punditry duties, and some of his strengths are the fact that he's religious. Of course, he has a deep understanding of football, thanks to the fact that he actually does punditry work on a consistent basis, and he's an ex-international of the Super Eagles. But some say that his inexperience might count against him, and the fact that he's a staunch critic of the Nigeria Football Federation. Now, Dr. Christian Omeruwa, who works for CAF as we speak, also is in the offing, and the fact that he's a technocrat, he's been in the Nigeria Football Federation ranks for years. He was head of the integrity unit for a while, and that has lent a lot of credence to his ability to clean up the system if it needs cleaning up. And he's an innovator, some say, but some of the weaknesses is that he's inexperienced in politics. And more importantly, when he was head of integrity unit, he stepped on several toes. Some are saying that might just count against him if he's right now going around canvassing for votes. Abba Yola needs no introduction. This is a man that has been in the system for quite a while. He's a strong ally of the minister. As a matter of fact, he's the chief of staff to the Minister of Youth and Sports, Sunday Dare. And let's see if he can for something. He's very grounded in politics. He's been around for quite a while. So certainly he knows his way around the Nigeria football politics arena. But things that some say will count against him is he's been seen as an outsider. And also, aside the Minister of Youth and Sports, within the Congress, I don't think he has enough support base. And some are saying this might count against him. Now, one that is out of the blue, David Doherty. So many people might not know him, but in the football ranks, they actually know him because certainly he actually does a lot of youth work, trying to see how he can get Nigerians to the UK. And he's actually in charge of Team Nigeria UK, by the way. And he's also very popular on social media, I must say. He has an eye for talent, like I said. He has been moving people to Southampton and some other places in the UK. And he's young and vibrant, I must say. But some of the things that might work against him is the fact that they see him as a greenhorn, not understanding anything. He's never held any major position in the footballing administrative ranks. Let's see if that will work against him. And some perceive him to be an activist. And some are saying that might just work against him. Just to refresh our memories from yesterday, we spoke about some people from yesterday: Shehu Diko, Sheyi Akeumi, Ibrahim Gusso, and Musa Amadu. So those are some of the people. These are the major contenders. We will be expecting one of these people to emerge as president of the Nigeria Football Federation come the 30th of September in Benin City, Edo State. Finally, some breaking news coming in, and that is the fact that Nike has decided to extend the contract of the Nigeria Football Federation. As a matter of fact, the beautiful thing is this: Nike has decided that they will even be opening shops here in Nigeria. One will be opened today in the Ikeja City Mall, and as we actually move on. This is quite instructive because the Nigeria Football Federation president had said that he would do everything humanly possible to ensure that those deals he signed during his time, he will keep them. And more importantly, because Nike were angling to leave, no thanks to how they saw what happened between the Puma deal and the Ministry of Youth and Sports. But yeah, I think they've stayed and they've assured that till 2026, this deal, December 2026, they will keep kitting the Super Eagles. We don't want to find ourselves in a situation whereby we are going to buy jerseys for our national team. So this is very, very massive moving forward. Because some have actually pulled out. I will not want to mention names, but some sponsors have pulled out as I speak. Although Nigeria Nigeria Breweries have said that they will stay till the end of 2024. So over to you.
Okay, Aaron, don't forget Adesua.
All right, Adesua.
She's part of this conversation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Dr. Bachi. Aaron, I hope you're not doing to me what they did to the Falcons at the airport for getting me here. But honestly, But on a serious note, Aaron, I'm seeing the blame games flying. FIFA in this mix, the NFF. I mean, who should take responsibility? It was actually heartbreaking to see the condition those girls had to go through after a tournament. How come we find ourselves in this fix all the time?
I must say that at this moment in time, some are saying that the Ministry of Youth and Sport should do more. Some are saying that the NFF should do more. Some are saying that FIFA were caught otherwise because they didn't expect the Super Falcons, or the Falcons rather, to actually crash out so soon. But it's unfortunate it happened. We should have contingency plans for things like this.
Okay, two things with regard to the Falcons. I think this is a very shoddy handling of their travel. The excuse that, oh, it is FIFA that handled it is completely off point. They didn't go to Costa Rica to go and represent FIFA. They went there to represent Nigeria.
But FIFA pays for their trip to FIFA.
Yes, FIFA pays, but they are representing Nigeria.
True.
Nigeria also has a responsibility when they are in distress, for whatever reason, to come to their rescue, not to blame other institutions or to try to cover it up. Dr. Sanusi, the General Secretary of NFF that you are quoting, he was saying that no, they were not stranded, and that the people who have been criticizing, they are just being mischievous and all of that. They missed their flight. So even if they missed their flight, and it's FIFA that booked the flight, okay, are there no Nigerian officials? Is there no way that the Nigerian government can intervene when people miss their flights under certain circumstances? There will be officials to step in that will arrange hotel accommodation for them.
Doctor, they said
in Istanbul.
They said they couldn't book transit visas for them. That they tried, and in the short space of time, they couldn't book transit visas for them.
So they couldn't leave the airport. So they couldn't leave the
so
airport.
That means they couldn't leave the airport.
But their condition could have been different.
True.
Who is responsible for this missing of flights, this disruption in the entire process? It's not FIFA officials that traveled with them, or was it FIFA officials?
No, NFF
so the
officials.
excuses that they are giving, those excuses are totally unacceptable. And you could see as the Dr. Shanusi tried to provide this explanation, that is not an explanation in my view. You could see those ladies wearing long faces. Did you see any one of them ever smiling in that video that you yourself showed? Because they are not convinced. Because they are used to being treated shabbily, whether it's female footballers or female basketballers. That is the point. And speaking about NFF, yesterday, when you were discussing the football development master plan, you said the NFF was not part of it. I've since seen a copy of the document. Sheyi Akinwumi, is he not a vice president of NFF?
First vice president.
He is not only a member of that football master plan development committee, right? He was also at the presentation of that master plan.
Dr. Sanusi was there at the the initial.
But Akinwumi was a member of that process. In fact, if you just take a look at the list of members. So I think yesterday you accused the NFF, the Ministry of Sports wrongly in terms of the production of that football development master plan. However, what they do with the master plan is another issue entirely. As for Tagaruz and Rory McIlroy, whom you mentioned, yes, it's a good development. The new league golf that will be called TGL is being managed by is to be managed by Tomorrow Sports, TMRW Sports, and the PGA Tour is also part of it. So the use of technology will be fine. Two, the young people that are being targeted will probably find it exciting. Three, it will probably further promote golf. And four, is probably, part of the response to the live sports.
Golf,
Because apart from this effort by Tiger Woods and Rory McIlroy, what also happened is that the PGA now, for about 12 of its events, has increased the prize money.
No, but it's a good thing. It was always
they have increased the prize money. They say they will make it more competitive to hold on to their own players. But in any case, Phil Mickelson and others, and Dustin Johnson and others who have gone into the live golf, they will not be allowed to come back to the PGA Tour. Those are the issues.
No, Doctor, the truth was this. The PGA were turning to dinosaurs. And sports is evolving thanks to the media, whether it's social media or conventional media. Sports is evolving. Golf had refused to evolve. And the Live Golf war, or the civil war as they're calling it, has forced the PGA to do some forward thinking, to do some introspective look at themselves and what they've been doing. And right now, they're not thinking about the young people. And whichever way this ends, talking about the civil war between the PGA and Live Golf, one thing is certain, golf will be better for it. And people, not just the marquee players, but everyone within the golfing ecosystem will begin to benefit and benefit more from this.
Aaron.
Good one, I must say.
Okay, Aaron.